Good evening. We're happy to be here this Tuesday evening. Hey, this is pre-summit meeting here. We're looking forward to having a great time informing you tonight about the various workshops we'll be having. Um, the excitement is going throughout not only the state of Georgia, but anyone who gets our information is very, very excited about what is going to be happening Saturday. And I'll keep repeating this to all who are on tonight. If you have not registered for the summit, on this coming Saturday. It's called the Children Are Priority Virtual Summit. It's our first summit, folk, and there's so much excitement. We have four awesome workshops and four awesome speakers. So I'll be talking about that tonight. I'll actually be giving you previews on what each workshop is about. So we'll get started shortly. I do want to say for those who are not on yet, I do want to share that we are also using the month of May as our givings month, our donations month. We're going to give you the opportunity to actually join us in supporting us financially. Any dollar amount you can give us. We know things are hard and times have been hard, but I ain't claiming that, folk. Things have not been hard for me. Things have been worse. So I'm really thankful that we made it through a pandemic, folk. We made it through a pandemic and we're still here. And what's so amazing about this is at no point did we ever stop bringing services to you. At no point, because you're important to us. So at this point, hello, Mona Lisa. Thank you for joining us. Power Stroke Bomb. I hope I got these names right, folks. Thanks you all for being on. But as we're signing on tonight, I hope you all have another device because I want you to go on and register for the summit. I want everyone who comes onto our Tuesday night sessions to register for the summit on this coming Saturday. It's from 10 until 12. But folks, guess what? We have a general session from 10 until 10:30. The sessions begin from 10:30 to 11:30, and then we come back from 11:30 to 12 to close it out. So in 4 hours, you'll be finished. It seems like a long time, but it's going to go very quickly because you're going to be so not just entertained, but informed about things about life, So I'm looking forward to y'all being there. So if you have not registered, I want you to go and register right now. Go to www.thechildrensfoundation.net. Choose the workshop you want and register for it. Now I'm feeling kind of down because I'm doing a workshop on parents who are raising biracial children. Is it a matter of black or white? And I just want to know why no one has signed up for that. But everybody else's workshops are just getting packed. I'm in my feelings right now. So if you know of families who have children who are biracial, have those folks to join us. I'm going to share this with you. If I don't have any registrants for my session, sad, I'm telling you, I'm just really torn by this. By Thursday or Friday, I'm going to get a new topic. All right. So again, I'm looking forward to you all joining us. I'm looking forward to you all actually being there on Saturday morning for a delightful morning. Now, for foster parents, or if you're considering me being a foster parent, you get 4 credit hours for joining us. You get 4 credit hours toward your annual requirement. You get 4 hours to become your foster parent. So, folk, let's join. So 2 major things. One is the summit, and then also the month of May is our month of giving. All right. So I need you all to really just support us. We don't ask for very much. But we do ask you to, every now and then, throw us something. And Power Stroke Bam says, woohoo, foster parent hours. Yes, I'm telling you, call everybody, folk. You didn't know that? For every Tuesday night when you attend these sessions, I give you 2 hours of credit. The way you redeem those credits, you send me an email with a screenshot of course, this broadcast. I then send you a letter to your agency. I'll send it to you all and say that Jane Doe or John Doe attended these sessions. I award them 2 hours of credit for their foster parent training. And I give them the name of the topic. And guess what? That's all you need. The state of Georgia will honor that. For a matter of fact, they're the one who encouraged me to do this. So again, if you're needing training for if you're a foster parent or becoming a foster parent, you can get those hours from me. Isn't that kind of cool? It really is. All right. So, folks, let me just get started into this evening. I think Jackie is going to also join us. I'm not sure at this point because I shared with her. I'm simply giving a summit overview. So for those who are not aware, this coming Saturday, we're having our first Children Are a Priority virtual summit. Folk, I'm telling you, it's really awesome. So again, if you have not signed up for the summit, folk, do it right now while we're on here. And for those foster parents who did not know you can get those training hours, I will still give them to you. So if you attended some sessions in the past and you didn't get the training hours, just send me an email. And request those hours. My email address is WMYLES at thechildrensfoundation.net. I'll try to type it in, but it's hard for me to type and talk at the same time. So I'll say it again. For those who are needing foster parent training hours, and you have until June 30th to get these hours, folk. The state manager and I, we are friends. He said, I'm hoping everybody gets these hours because Dr. Miles, you're providing it for free. So again, if you need to redeem these hours, send me an email at WMiles, MYLES, at thechildrensfoundation.net. All right. And I'll get those hours out to you as soon as I can, usually within a 24 to 36 hour period. All right. Let's get started, folks. All right. Ready? On Saturday, this is what you're going to get. If you had undealt traumas from the past, like molestation, rape, or violence, you don't want to miss the session. We have an expert folk out of Portland, Oregon, who'll be presenting this topic. And those who've been following me, you know that I have been doing this, talking about traumas for a minute. Power Stroke Bomb, I hope I'm saying this right. You got it right. That's correct email address. Accurate. Exactly. Thank you for putting that up for me. I appreciate it. Talking about traumas. Now, folks, let me talk a little about this so I can whet your appetite. Now, in many families, molestation occurs, and everybody wants to keep it a secret, except the person who's the victim. And oftentimes, this person goes untreated. They don't get therapy. So they grow up with all these issues, and then they attempt to have a family. They tend to have a family with all these issues and looking at their family and their life through a traumatized lens. The workshop is going to focus on why it's important that you don't do that and why it's important that you don't have any secrets anymore. Folks, you got to do this for your own health. I'm going to tell you again, the workshop is going to deal with people who have undealt traumas from the past, like molestation, rape, violence, and or just basic neglect. You don't want to miss the summit. It's free. Foster parents will receive 4 hours training for attendance. To register, go to www.thechildrensfoundation.net. I can't stress it enough. Dr. Denise Munoz Bell out of Portland, Oregon, will be your facilitator. So while y'all looking at me right now, pull the other computer out. Go to our website and register for the class tonight. Register for it. All right. And, people, I'll be doing a presentation if some of you come to my group. Right now, I don't have anyone who shows it. It's terrible. But every other presenter has just people just flocking to them. I said, what's wrong with me? But this is a topic, and I'm very committed to it. Do you know someone who is raising biracial children who don't know where or how to fit in? And the reason I chose this topic because I counseled many children who are biracial. And parents don't know what's going on with them. They assume they're just bad or they're sad or depressed. Well, oftentimes those children go unnoticed and or they're chose to choose a group. The black kids don't like them because they are looking white. The white kids don't want them because they're black. Latino kids don't want them because whatever the reason is. But I want parents to know what the kids are going through. So don't assume that they're just going to be okay because oftentimes they don't. Thank you, Mr. and Miss Power Stroke Bomb. The group I'm dealing with is about biracial children. And we have a lot of biracial children. Check this out, people. In the United States, there are over 9 million people who identify as biracial, multiracial. So I want to address those issues that those children have in school. I want to address those issues that children have at school, at home, and in the community. And folk, it's kind of amazing that they struggle all the time. So I can't give you everything about the workshop, but call somebody and tell them that Dr. Miles will be presenting a session on how to raise biracial children and how to help them identify who they are. All right. To register, go to www.thechildrensfoundation.net. Folks, do it now. Now, when I finish this live stream tonight, I'm looking for y'all names on there to make sure you've registered. Don't wait till Thursday. People, it's going to be an awesome session. Okay, the next workshop will be presented by Jackie Clemens. And Jackie is my co-host. Y'all have seen her, but she's also an educator and she's also a consultant. And she talks about what happens to children when they're in school and why they're not learning and why they oftentimes don't want to go to school. The topic is, do you have school-aged children who are not doing well in school? If you have school-aged children who are not doing well in school, or if you know someone who has school-aged children and not doing well at school, folk, you don't want to miss this session. When I pulled this together with our team, I was saying, originally I wanted to charge. Many of y'all asked me, you said, oh, I'll show up. It doesn't matter how much it costs. And we were going to charge people $200 for a group of 3. We were going to charge $300. It's $200 for a group of 3. And I met with the team and said, we are not going to charge anything. We're not going to charge anything. It's going to be free to the public, free to them. All right. And someone just wrote that Jerry and Amber Marsh registered previously. Now, I received somebody saying they wanted to register on Instagram. That is not the format, folks. You're going to have to go to the website and register because you have to choose your workshops. Now, Gary and Amber, I'm not sure where you're the ones or not, but if you've not registered at our website, it didn't count. And if you also messaged me on Instagram, I sent you a message back saying, please register at the website. And the website, again, is going to be at www.thechildrensfoundation.net. So please, that was us. And you, okay, great. All right. See, I'm reading these comments live as we're doing this right here. So, folk, please register for Miss Clemens' workshop. Folk, I'm telling you. People are telling me, I'm getting all kinds of comments from people across the country, and they're saying, you're actually addressing topics that no one else wants to talk about, but it's real life. So you're addressing topics on our live streams that no one else is talking about. And just for informational purposes now, this is not going to be a live stream presentation. It's going to be a Zoom presentation. So it means that by Thursday, you should have received an email from us saying, this is how you access us. Okay, this is how you access this. Let me give you a rundown of how the day is going to go. When you arrive in at 10 o'clock, it's a plenary session that means everybody will show up there. I will be doing some introductions and laying the format for the day. Then at 10:30, you'll be sent to your groups, to your various groups. And your groups are whatever you chose. Whatever workshop you chose, that's where you'll be sent to. And then the presenters will start presenting at 10:30. They'll go from 10:30 to 11 with a presentation. They will allow about 15 to 30 minutes for questions and answers. And then you'll come back to the large group and we're finished, folk, for the day. For foster parents, you receive 4 hours credit. For the parents and the general public who attend, guess what? You receive 4 hours or at least an hour and a half of information that you probably didn't know and or you were not aware of. All right. Okay, let's go to the next workshop. And this is the one I'm really liking. I'm an advocate of adoptions. Yeah, I'm not sure y'all are aware, but I've adopted 3 boys out of foster care when I was much, much, much younger, and they were much younger. And people oftentimes say, oh, your kids did well. They survived. I said, no, I survived. But they're now adults. The oldest is 35. The middle one is 32. And the youngest is 31. Doing well. They all have finished college. 2 of them have advanced degrees, which are MBAs. And my youngest one has his own business. So for kids who are in foster care who are doomed to fail, they refuse to become a statistic. And I refuse to let them be that. So I am an advocate of adoptions. The last session is being presented by a good friend of mine. His name is Wayne Noggle. And Wayne is the founder and president of Families for Families located here in Logansville. He also is a child placement agency, which simply means that part of his responsibilities is to identify families who want to foster and to adopt. And then he actually helps those families get all the training, provide all the support systems they need to actually get you ready for fostering and or adoption. There are over 400,000 children in the United States who are in foster care. And I always say this in my presentations, that once you're in foster care, it's hard to get your zip code changed. You linger there. And I'll tell you the children who go the fastest. White babies go fast. People get those kids, white babies, very, very quickly. They would then get white toddlers and black toddlers will be fostered, and some are adopted. The children who stay in foster care forever are teenagers, because there are a whole lot of myths about these, and really a whole lot of lies about teenagers. I'll share with you, when I adopted my sons, they were teenagers. They were teenagers. So, folks, we got to do what we have to do to get kids out of foster care. Foster care is not the place. And as the state director said here, he says that their job is not to be the parents for these children. Their responsibility is and they can't be parents because the state is not a parent. Our responsibility is to get the kids out of foster care and get them to loving homes. So here we are. Do you know someone who is considering adoptions or becoming a foster parent? And the question is, are you fostering and adopting for them or for yourself? Folk, you need to go on and register tonight. Wayne is going to do an awesome job in actually doing the presentation on this foster parent as to who are you becoming, or who are you fostering for. Some people foster out of guilt. Some people foster because they want to be, they call it a ministry. Some people foster because they just say, well, I didn't have good parents. Well, as you'll learn in Wayne's workshop, he's going to tell you who you should be fostering for, who you really should be doing all these efforts for. Folks, if you were to go anywhere else, this summit will cost you about $200 or more per person. We're offering it free to you. Free to you. One, because we love you and we believe in you. And not only that, but you've been following us for almost an entire year. We had to give something back to you. So I'm just so excited that the foundation is able to do this, folks. We're ecstatic. Our team is ecstatic. I have a bunch of people working on it. I have the creative designers working on it who are making sure that we cover all of this professionally on Zoom. So he'll be actually guiding us throughout the day. We have each of our presenters will have their nice little virtual backdrops with their titles on it. I mean, folks, you can tell I'm excited, right? Really excited. All right, so I'm going to open the floor now for any questions you have. Now, if you have not registered, now don't be lying to me now. If you're not registered, I want you to register right now. So when I get off this live stream, and we're not going an entire hour, when I got this live stream, I'm going to check the email list to see who registered. Now, if you're not on there, I'm coming after you. All right. If you're not on there, I'm coming after you. Make sure you register. I want to see your faces there. All right. So are there any questions at this point? Okay. Now, I want to ask some of y'all, because I'm actually doing my planning for the next 2 months. I'd love to have some of you all be on the live stream with me as my guest. So who wants to be the first volunteer, not victim. I'm sorry, the first volunteer. Who wants to volunteer to be my special guest on one of our live streams? And we'll talk about a topic that you are comfortable with, that can help families, that can help children. Who wants to think about that and start giving me an idea? Say, hey, we'll go first. Who wants to do that? I bet y'all got quiet then, didn't you? No one? Well, if I choose some people, y'all don't tell me no. No, I'm serious. Don't you tell me. I know y'all saying, please don't look at my name. Let me get off this thing. All right. Well, I'm going to surprise y'all. Oh my God. My favorite group. I knew they were going to do it. Excellent. All right. So what I want you to do is not now, but in my inbox, text me your contact information. And if you registered, I will already have it. So what I want you all to do, hey, thank you all so much. And you can choose a topic, but it has to be child related. It has to be child and family related. Or you can talk about your experiences. You can talk about what your experiences are. I'm not sure whether you're fostering or adopting. I'm not sure what the case is, but You can share your experiences. You can share your being raised, how you were raised, a background. You can talk about how your parenting and how your parents parented, how it made you the person you are today, whether that's good or not so good. All right. Thanks for being my first victims. I'll be nice to you. I'll be nice to you. All right. So thank you so much. I'm going to write this down so I can know who you are. And I'll be contacting you. And Jackie is going to be so happy also. All right. Also, I'm asking you all to go on and register, but I want you all to also send my announcements out to your email list or to your followers list. Invite people to attend the first summit. And people, make my day. Make this the best summit, the kickoff for me that I've ever experienced. Make it the best for me. And if you make it the best for me, you're going to make it the best for everyone else, All right. So I'm really happy about that. So has everyone registered? All right. Now, I already have the topics for the next 4 weeks, but I can't tell you because I want all energies focused on the summit. I have some very interesting topics starting next Tuesday night, folks. I mean, this is some exciting stuff. Next Tuesday night, I have the topics for the next month already chosen. And then we're going to bring in some of our guest experts, like the couple that just volunteered, to actually co-facilitate with Jackie and I. All right, folks, since if you don't have any further questions, I'm going to say that this is going to be a short session tonight. If I have foster parents on who need the credits, please send me an email and I will also give you the credit for tonight because you're here tonight. You're here tonight. All right. So briefly, let me just close out by saying this. The 4 workshops dealing with undealt traumas from the past like molestation, rape, and violence. Breakout room number 2. Do you know someone who is raising biracial children who don't know how to fit in or where to fit in? Breakout room 3. Do you have school-aged children who are not doing well in school? Okay, that's breakout 3. And breakout 4 is, do you know someone who's considering adoptions or becoming foster parents? Folks, that's it. You know something? I've gotten, in therapy, they tell you to maintain your boundaries. But guess what? I've gotten so close to y'all, I feel like y'all family. So I'm going to say, love you all. Hey, listen, be safe. I want to see you Saturday morning, bright eyes, bushy tail, ready to contribute, not just to listen, ready to contribute. So if there are no further comments or questions for me, folk, hey, get yourself ready for Children Are Our Priority Virtual Summit, May 1st, this coming Saturday. All right? So be good. I'll see you on Saturday.